Hello, I'm J Ford, the beer review guy. This is not a review. This is just a little drinking session. I just got to mowing the whole yard. I push mowed the whole yard instead of using the rider, just because I didn't want to mess with getting it out, you know. So. My back neighbor is listening to AC/DC right now. I thought, what better beer to drink after you've mowed your entire yard and sweated your butt off than the king of lawnmower beers, you know? This is one of the big 25 ounce, is that what it is? What is it? 32 fluid ounce. It's nice and cold right now. I paid $2.99, I think, for this. Excuse me. Yeah, I like collecting these bigger bottles. I got a Bush beer bottle, same size. Never seen them Bud Light bottle this size before, so I had to grab it. Bud Light's been one of those ones that I just really didn't. I never bought it. I've never bought it just because I enjoy it so much, even if it's cheaper, which Bud Light isn't. There's other beers you can buy that I like better, but you know, it's okay for a lawnmower beer, you know. Got some lime salt here. It's coagulated, gotten some moisture on it. Oh, wow. It's got a light to medium carbonation burn to it. It's got a little hop flavor. Light barley malts. I got up this morning about 7, and it was 73 degrees. And I got dressed, ate a couple waffles, answered just a few comments. I didn't have time to answer all of them right now because I needed to get outside, but answered the ones on the one video, the last one I just did, about the words and phrases that my dad used to say a lot. Oh, wow. And then I got outside. Excuse me. By the time I went outside, it was 87. It was probably 90 by the time I started mowing, getting the mower out, putting gas in it, the push mower. I probably mowed for about an hour. I only turned it off once to move the little tables and chairs that are back over there. I started it back up and got back after it again. Foggy didn't even care. He's the rooster. Those of you that don't know, he's the little rooster that came to our yard one day and just never left. He just came recently. I don't know if you can see him or not. He's back over there in the shade. He's walking around. I don't want to touch my phone because too many times I've turned it off. Turned off the recording, and that makes me mad. I got one of those net picks. Net picker. I had to take there's a little cap that goes on here. I don't know if you guys know this. There's a little cap that goes on there. It's got the little holes in it. And you can take them off. You can put them back on if you want. I took it off so I could stick this pick down in there and kind of loosen up that salt. I don't know why, but my house must be a real moist house inside or something, because it just, the humidity or whatever in there, I guess, it jacks up these little salts so quick that I don't get much use out of them in the way of shaking them on stuff. There. Yeah, it's better. I forgot that nut pick was on this. It almost went down between the boards on my deck. Oh my gosh, that was too far to reach. Excuse me. Excuse me. I've never owned one of these hats before. I had, when I was a kid, back in the 70s, I had one of those that has a smaller brim, kind of like a Gilligan's hat. Sort of like that. I had one of those for a little while. I don't know what happened to it. But for yard work, these are pretty nice hats to keep the sun out of your eyes. And this one here is when it gets wet from your sweat. I made a rhyme. It gets cool. It cools down. It cools. Yeah, it cools. You're supposed to cool your head. Have you ever had one of your garden hoses and get one of those bubbles in it? It's because they're cheap, usually, or been kept out in the sun too long or something. And this one's probably 5, 6 years old. But, yeah, it acquired is that the right word? It acquired a bubble in it. Started off as just a bulge, you know, and as time went on, it started cracking open the the rubber part of the outer casing of the hose, and you can kind of see the lining inside there. And it got bigger and it got bigger. And I was watering the other day, watering the sunflowers, and all of a sudden, he just like, whoa, like a geyser, man. It just shot clear up, scared Foggy. Foggy went a running. Oh, crap. It took the pressure away from my sprayer, and then I was like, there's some things I couldn't water, you know, from too far away. So I just grabbed both sides of the bowl of the spray that was shooting out, and I kind of just watered stuff like that. Went and got another hose last night, a 50 footer for $21, something like that. We've only got a spigot on one side of the house, and just one single 50 footer won't reach where I need to go with everything. So I wouldn't have minded just getting a 100 footer, but those things were $30 some. Could really do that right now. Man, I'm so tired of summer. I don't like these hot days. You hear Foggy? He's letting everybody know he's here. He's kind of settled in here, and Reefy and I, my wife, we're getting used to him being around. He's getting used to us, and I think he's claimed our yard because he doesn't leave. Hear him? He's happy. We keep him watered. We give him bird seed. He loves the bird seed. Give him pieces of bread. He loves that. When we have some tomatoes, man, he loves tomatoes. We cut open those little cherry tomatoes and throw pieces down there. Man, he loves those things. It kind of freaks me out a little bit. I'm kind of a chicken when it comes to some farm animals. Looking at him with that pecker, his beak, it looks real pointy, and I don't know, it just kind of freaks me out that I don't want him to peck me with it, you know. Them sharp talons. I know, it's kind of wimpy of me to be nervous of a rooster, but they don't understand a lot of times what they're doing, Sometimes they'll peck your hand. I don't know. Some of you guys, y'all probably grew up around chickens, or your folks had them and you're used to them and they don't bother you, but I didn't grow up around chickens. My wife had a horse when I met her. Just an old mare. Her name's Goldie. She was nice, but still made me nervous because heard the horses bite, you know, because they're ornery or something. I don't want to get bit by those big old teeth, you know, they're like Harry and Henderson's big square teeth. foggy. He looks soft. That feather on that almost looks like down on it, like on a duck. He looks real soft. I like to pet him, but I don't think he'll get like too close enough to reach down and pet him, because he's still kind of nervous. I told my wife, I told Jeremy too, I said, now we can look back and say, we owned a rooster. We think we know who he belongs to. There's some Hispanic family that lives right down the street. It's got a big fenced in area. They keep their company trucks locked up in there, but they have chickens, roosters, they have guineas, they have sheep. I think they might have a goat in there. But everything gets out, and they don't care. They don't come and get them or anything, you know, or try to keep them in. The guineas and the chickens, roosters or whatever, they fly over the fence, so they can't keep them in unless they put them in some kind of cages. But they just go wherever they want. And I think this rooster might have belonged to them. I don't know. No, excuse me. Excuse me again. They also had one dog in their big fence. Yeah, this hit the spot. We just finished a show we've been watching. I like, you know, I don't know if it's drama or what kind of it is, what you'd call it. You ever heard of Everwood? Has Treat Williams in it. He died in 2022, I think. 73 years old. Died in a motorcycle wreck. But he was a cool actor. But his wife died in a car accident in the show. His wife died in a car accident, and he had a son and a daughter. And his wife told him before she died, if I ever die, and like leave you behind and the kids, move to Everwood, Colorado, and you'll find me there. Something like that. And she says, promise me. Because she said when she was younger, her and her folks stopped into Everwood, Colorado, and they said it was the most beautiful little mountain town that they'd ever seen. That there was a train station there too. And he promised her that he would, and it happened. She died, you know, so so he moved there with the kids. The kids didn't want to. They don't understand why. Why are we moving to this place? He told his son later, but that he made a promise to his wife, Julia. But yeah, it's like four or five seasons of it. It's pretty good. Well, he's getting pretty good, isn't he? My other neighbor back there has chickens and I think a rooster too. He hears them back there. we just finished that show. And we're looking for the next show to watch. My wife and I, he's loud, isn't he? My wife and I have certain shows we watch together. And then we have shows that her and I and Jeremy watch together. Because Jeremy, he'll go back in his room, play some games on his computer and stuff with his cousins and friends and stuff. So. You know, there's one show that I don't get sick of that always makes me laugh. Excuse me again, Frasier. We watched that whole season one time. So entertaining. And now Frasier's got a new show. It's pretty good. It's still pretty good. I think there's only been one season of it, but the guy that plays Niles, I can't remember what his name is, he's not in it. Daphne's not in it. Roz, she made an appearance. Of course, his dad passed away in real life. I can't remember his name. Well, I went to some liquor stores yesterday after work. The first one that I went to, one that I had high praises about for a while, Collins Midtown Liquor. I walked in there after I hadn't been there for maybe 2 months, and they look like they're going out of business. They didn't have hardly anything in there, so pretty disappointing. I found 3 beers. I found a Chelada that I'd already reviewed, but I need a Chelada for when I do this challenge that Wayne Franklin gave me. Bucks County Beer Reviews, Wayne Franklin. But the challenge, I think it originally came from Drew at Beer for Breakfast, Facts for Snacks. It originally came from him, but it's you eat 5 tacos and then drink a Chelada, which I might be able to do that. I might be able to accomplish that challenge. I just have to find the right opportunity to do it. I do plan on doing it. Sometimes it takes me a while to find the right time to do it. So I went ahead and got the Chelada so I'd have it. And now all I got to do is run down to Taco Bell, which is just down the street from me, get 5 tacos. I told Jeremy about it. I think I mentioned it to you guys before. Jeremy says, shoot, I could do that easily. I said, what part? Well, the taco part. I could eat 5 tacos easily, but not the Chelada, probably, because he's not into that kind of stuff. But I told him, well, you can eat the tacos with me. You know, you eat your 5, I'll eat my 5, but I got a Chelada I got to do. Maybe you can do a soda pop or something. So, here we go. finished it. It helps when you're really thirsty. You got a little salt. Help it be drinkable for me. But okay. Well, I'm gonna go in. And maybe watch an episode of something with my wife, and then I'm gonna sit down and maybe try to answer the rest of my comments, because I still got a pretty good amount of them. On the weekend mornings, that's when I do it, because Jeremy and my wife, they sleep in, and that gives me time by myself to be able to focus and think and do my replies to my comments and drink my coffee. Nice time in the morning. Okay, well, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Bud Light, always brewed using the choicest hops, best barley malt, and rice. 4.2% ABV. This is a drinking session, not a review. I've already reviewed Bud Light. There's not much to it. Excuse me. It's good, but this is not one of my favorite light beers. Excuse me. I like Coors Light better than this. But I wanted the bottle for my collection of big bottles. But yeah, all right. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know if you have a big bottle like this. If I found a 40-ounce bottle of this, I'd want to get it too. The 40-ounce ones, those are rare. I hear tell. I can't remember who said it. Jim Rockford. I think he might have told me. Steel Reserve has a 40-ounce bottle. I went looking for it. I didn't find it anywhere, so it might be just where he's at. Have you guys seen that bottle? Okay. Y'all have a good weekend, rest of your weekend, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.